My trip to Alaska. My name is Maisie, and I'm 10 years old. I have an exciting story to tell you. My dad had to go on a business trip to Anchorage, Alaska. My mom and I went with him during this last week of January. The city was quite different from Galveston Island, Texas, where I was born. I agree with my mom that we are beach people because we love the sunlight, sand, and water. My mom was worried about the cold in Alaska. Since we have always lived in Galveston, we did not have boots, hats, or gloves. Before we left, my mom and I checked the weather forecasts on the internet. We knew that Alaska would be a lot colder. Snow was predicted, and I was very excited. I jumped up and down with joy. My mother did not feel the same as I did. She was worried because she had to shop for warm clothes that we would need there. Finally, the day came and we got on the airplane. The pilot introduced himself. Then he gave us a weather update for Anchorage. He said, "The temperature is 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Light snow is falling. The temperature at night is expected to be 7 degrees Fahrenheit. This is typical for this time of year." I slowly looked towards my mom. It seemed that she was shivering. This morning, the temperature in Galveston was a lot warmer. It was a balmy 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the kind of weather my mom loves. On the other hand, I was looking forward to seeing the snow. I was also excited about wearing my new boots and gloves. I looked out of the window as we flew across the U.S. The snow-capped mountains were an amazing sight. I was seeing them for the first time. Soon the pilot announced that it was time to land. I looked out of my window eagerly. I wanted to see everything I could and get a good view of the snow on the ground. The landing strip had piles of snow on both sides. It was just beautiful. At the hotel, I spent as much time outdoors as my mom would let me. I felt the cold because the hair inside my nose froze. I had to keep myself warm. I took a break once in a while and came in for some hot chocolate. I would have loved to stay outside all day. Unfortunately, I could not do that in Anchorage. This is because there are only 8 hours of daylight during the month of January. The reason for this is that the city is far north. I was excited when Dad said that we might be able to return in June. At that time of the year, sunset happens at 2 o'clock in the morning. The sun rises 2 hours after that. Can you imagine having the sun shine for 22 hours a day? My mind was racing. I wondered what it would be like with 22 hours of daylight. It would surely be warmer than in January. I used the internet in the hotel lobby. It said that the average summer temperature in Anchorage is about 62 degrees Fahrenheit. The low temperature is about 48 degrees. That is pretty close to what it was in Galveston when we left. Upon my return, I shared my experience with my teacher. She helped me with a research project so I could learn more about the weather in Anchorage. It seemed that temperatures in the low 20s are normal for January there. I cannot imagine that one year they had a low of negative 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you believe that? Climatologists are scientists that keep record of weather data. They collect data over many years and tell others about the climate for a particular area. Climate is like the weather during a specific time of the year. People would expect Anchorage to be cold and have snow in the winter. Galveston, on the other hand, has hot, sunny, and humid summers. As you can tell, building a snowman on a hot, sunny Galveston beach would be nearly impossible. Weather, on the other hand, happens hour to hour. It can change very quickly. For example, when we reached Anchorage, it was snowing. In the afternoon, the sun came out. Weather changes from hour to hour, from day to day, and from season to season. I am learning all that I can about the climate and weather in Anchorage because if we go back this summer, I need to know what to pack. Number 1. How do you think Mom feels about the weather in Anchorage? A. She is excited to see snow. B. She is worried about the cold. C. She is happy that there will be 22 hours of daylight. D. She is afraid of the dark. Number 2. What would a climatologist do? Paragraph 10. A. Travel from place to place, recording temperatures and precipitation. B. Collect data on weather conditions over time. C. Discuss weather data with other scientists. D. All of the above. Number 3. Which is an example of a statement about climate from paragraph 10? A. It rained 3 inches last night. B. Snow and very low temperatures are predicted for tomorrow. C. Florida is known for its sunny skies and warm temperatures. D. I plan to go swimming tomorrow. Number 4. Which of the following is true about the climate of Anchorage? A. The winters are cold and snowy. B. The snow was piled next to the landing strip. C. It was 27 degrees Fahrenheit. D. Summers are cold in Anchorage. Number 5. The passage is organized by A. Presenting the effects caused by weather. B. Telling about a sequence of events that led the main character to think about weather and climate. C. Comparing and contrasting Maisie and her dad. D. Describing the climate of Galveston.